Okay. In last lecture, we have started the uh, type 1 problem, that is on the load carrying capacity of the welded joint. So, and we have seen one example on the load carrying capacity of the welded joint. So today we will see the second example, example number 2, on the load carrying capacity of the welded joint. So example number 2, simultaneously you can write down also. So write down a tie member, a tie member in a truss, a tie member in a truss girder, in a tie member in a truss girder is 250 mm by 14 mm in size. Full stop. It is welded. It is welded to a 10 mm thick, 10 mm thick gusset plate, gusset plate by a gusset plate by a fillet weld, by a fillet weld. Full stop. The overlap, the overlap the overlap of the member, of the member, write down simultaneously. The overlap of the member is 300 mm, is 300 mm, and the weld size is, the weld size is 6 mm. Weld size is 6 mm. Full stop. Determine the design strength of the joint. Determine the design strength of the joint. Design strength of the joint, comma, if the welding is, if the welding is, the welding is done as shown in, figure, if, if the welding is done as shown in figure, what is the, what is the increase in strength, what is the increase in strength, increase in strength of the joint, increase strength of the joint, comma, if welding, if welding is done, welding is done, all, welding is done all around, all around full stop. Assume shop welding. Assume shop welding. See, this is the problem statement is given. A tie member in a truss girder is 250 mm by 14 mm in size. It is welded to the 10 mm thick gusset plate by a fillet weld. The overlap of the member is 300 mm and the weld size is 6 mm. Full stop. Determine the design strength of the joint if the welding done as shown in figure. Here if the welding done as shown in figure, here first case is given, here two cases are given, and what is the increase in strength of the joint if welding is done all around. Assume shop welding. Okay, now they have given the figure, so we will draw the figure. Till time you have written this problem statement, everyone has written. Please, if anyone has not written, please write down fast the problem statement. Okay. Okay, okay. Some of completed, one of student is send message, sir, wait. Just within 10 seconds we will start. Okay. This is the problem statement. And they have given the figure. So we will draw the figure first. So they have given figure, that figure is, so you can draw simultaneously this figure also. You can draw figure also. Draw the figure simultaneously. See, this plate is given. This plate is 250 mm by, here width is 14 mm they have given. 250 mm by 14 mm plate is given, that given written in problem statement. See, in the problem statement they have given the truss girder is a 250 mm by 14 mm. Truss girder 250 mm by 14 mm they have given in problem statement. So here the width of the girder is 250 mm. They have shown in problem statement. Width of the shown in figure, width of the plate is or girder is 250 mm and thickness of that girder is 14 mm. Then the 300 mm length, weld length is also given. So this is the gusset plate. This here I am showing, see the on the screen. This plate is the gusset plate. For this gusset plate, this 250 mm by 14 mm girder is connected, and the welding is done. This side 300 mm, this side 300 mm, and width is there. At width 250 mm they have weld. Now this is the plan. So I will draw again these two plates also. So how they, so this is the your gusset plate, and if this is your girder. So if this gusset plate, this is the gusset plate, and they have weld here in this area by fillet weld, and this is the girder. So here 14 mm thickness is there, 14 mm thickness is there, and this is the gusset plate. The gusset plate having thickness is 10 mm. Are you getting? And this welding is a 250 mm. Here the width of plate is also there. So for this 250 mm, this is the 250 mm. Are you getting? So for this 250 mm length, they have weld, and this is the 14 mm thickness of this girder. And here they have used a gusset plate. The gusset plate also have like this. See, I have drawn this 3D sketch. Are you getting now? So this is the gusset plate. On this gusset plate, this 250 mm girder is connected. Means in this area they have welded. Again this area 300 mm, and again this area 300 mm. Are you getting now? This is the figure in plan, and I have drawn this 3D figure. Means this bottom gusset plate is there. On this gusset plate they have placed the girder, and the girder width is the 250 mm, and at 300 mm distance from this side and this side, this side and this side is 300 mm they have again welded. So this is again 300 and this is 300. So they have given only this figure in problem statement. I have drawn in 3D. So if I draw this 3D figure, then you will understood better. That's why I have drawn this figure. Okay. So are you getting now how they have welded here? So in this 250 mm area, then this 300 mm area, and this 300 mm they have welded. Okay. Now we will start the actual calculation. Okay. So you have read problem statement carefully. Now from this figure we have to calculate. They have given in problem statement, determine the design strength of the joint. So if we have to calculate the strength of joint by welded connection, we have to follow the procedure whatever we have given in the type 1. So before the procedure, whatever data they have given in the problem statement, that we will write plus. First they have given size of weld, they have given, that is 6 mm. S is equal to 6 mm they have given. Then they have given the thickness of plate, gusset plate, that is 10 mm they have given. Then size of girder they have given, size of girder is equal to 250 mm by 14 mm they have given. Then again they have given the length of weld. So here length of weld we will calculate at the time of solving problem, because we have to calculate effective length of the weld in our step number 3. So there we will calculate, because the figure is given, from figure we will calculate the length of weld. Then the shop welding is there, they have given shop welding. For shop welding, what is gamma mw? So for shop welding, gamma mw is 1.20 mm, sorry, 1.20 only. So this is the given data. Now one thing we have to require that they have not given, that is the uh, grade of steel. So grade of steel they have not given. So here we will write assume Fe410 steel. Here we will assume Fe410 steel, and for Fe410 steel, Fu is equal to 410 Newton per mm square. Are you getting? They have not given grade of steel in problem statement. So we have to assume that grade of steel, Fe410. So this is the given data. Okay. Now we will follow the procedure. So step number 1. You can go back. In last lecture we have seen the procedure. So what is step number 1? Step number 1 is calculate size of weld. Calculate size of weld. Now the size of weld they have given. Size of weld they have given in problem statement, that is 6 mm. If not given, how to calculate size of weld? If not given in problem statement. Hello. If the size of weld is not given in problem statement, then how we will calculate the size of weld? Page number 78, table number 21, IS 800 2007. We have to go IS 800, page number 78, table number 21. From the thinner plate, from the plate, thickness of plate is given. From this thickness of plate, we have to find the size of weld from table number 21. So here the size of weld is given in problem statement. So here S is equal to 6 mm directly we can write. Okay. Now step 2. Step 2. What is step 2? Step 2 is the calculate throat thickness. Calculate throat thickness of weld. So throat thickness, that is TE. Okay. Now anyone tell me how to calculate here throat thickness? Please. कौन आंसर देते हैं? Throat thickness T is equal to, go to procedure, step number 2,
0.70.
0.707 S. Why? Why 0.707 S? Because they have given fillet weld. Type of weld they have given. You can read in problem statement. See, here they have given the type of weld is here fillet weld. For fillet weld, we are taking the size, throat thickness is 0.7 S. Here fillet weld is given. So this is very important. So procedure you have to keep in mind properly. You can go back in procedure. We have written clearly for fillet weld what T, for butt weld what T. T is the throat thickness. See that procedure we have, ती प्रोसिजर कुठल्याही पुस्तकात दिलेली नाही, आपण तयार केलेली आहे आणि त्याच प्रोसिजरने आपल्याला फॉलो करायला लागेल. आर यू गेटिंग? सो हियर throat thickness is T is equal to 0.707 S. Now here calculate throat thickness. So 0.707 into size of weld, here 6 mm is there. So how much throat thickness?
4.242.
4.242 mm is the throat thickness. See, this way you can solve the problem step by step. Whatever you have solved correctly, you will get the marks. So first you have selected size of weld, the size of weld you have written. Then step number 2, throat thickness. You have calculated throat thickness. Even though next step is wrong, you have calculated step number 3 wrong, you will get the 2 marks for these 2 steps or 3 marks for the these 2 step 2 up to step 2. So that you have to follow the procedure properly. Then next step, step number 3. What is step number 3? Calculate effective length of the weld. Calculate effective length of the weld. This is the length. Effective length. Now, how to calculate effective length? That is LW. So you can see the procedure, effective length. Now we have to go in figure. See, everyone see the figure. They have given in the figure the welding, whatever part they have welded, that part they have given the length here. See, they have marked this 250 mm, then this 300 mm, again this 300 mm. Means 300 plus 300 plus 250. That much length they have welded in the problem statement or in figure. See, everyone please see the figure. They have given here length, whatever they have welded, this area, this side 300 mm, this side 300 mm, and this side 250 mm is the total length of weld they have welded for this particular joint. Are you getting? Now we have to calculate the effective length of weld. Means we have to add these 3 lengths. They have given in problem statement. Means we have to add 250 plus 300 plus 300. That is simple. So here effective length is equal to
1 plus 2 plus
2 into 300 plus 250. Is this correct? See what I am written. 2 into 300 means two sides of 300 are there and one side is 250 is there. Is this correct?
850.
Huh.
Yes.
850 mm. 850 mm is the length of weld. That is effective length of weld. So in this way you have to calculate the effective length of weld. Now what is next step? Next step number 4. So here step number 4 is calculate design strength of the weld. Calculate design strength of weld. Design strength of the weld. So what is formula for design strength of the weld? Now here fillet weld is given. Which type of weld is given? Fillet weld is given. So for fillet weld, what is formula? FDW is equal to, for fillet weld, FU into LW into T divided by under root of 3 gamma MW. Are you getting? So you have to, now here this is fillet weld. So for fillet weld you have to write formula. So again you can go to procedure. There we have written this formula. Instead of Fy, here Fu is there. So what is value of Fu? Fu is the ultimate strength of the plate or whichever section we have used, steel section. So here we have used Fe410 steel. So F410 Newton per mm square is the ultimate tensile strength. Then LW we have calculated. What is how much? 850. Then we have calculated T throat thickness. How much? 4.24 divided by under root of 3 into gamma MW we have written in given, that is 1.25. So everything we have written, and now find the design strength of the belt. How much?
682.814 kilonewton.
682.
0.814
814 kilonewton.
kilonewton.
Please everyone do the calculations. 682.81 kilonewton is the design strength of that weld. How much welding we have done for this particular joint? So the strength of that joint is the 682.81 kilonewton. 682.81 kilonewton ही त्या जॉईंटची स्ट्रेंथ असेल, म्हणजे एवढा लोड ते कॅरी करेल. 682 इतका लोड कॅरिंग कॅपॅसिटी म्हणजे आपण 300 mm च्या दोन साइड आणि 250 mm ची एक साइड आणि हे स्टील वापरलं आणि थ्रोट थिकनेस त्याची जर 4.24 ठेवली तर एवढ्यासाठी आपल्याला 682.81 एवढी स्ट्रेंथ मिळेल. सो दॅट इज द लोड कॅरिंग कॅपॅसिटी. So this is here first part is over. So they have given problem in two parts. So write down everyone. Okay, so this is the design strength of that joint. But now you can read the problem statement again. So what they have given, see, what is the increase in strength of the joint if welding, last sentence, last two sentence, read the problem statement. What is the increase in the strength of the joint if welding is done all around? Means what? If welding is done all around, it mean what? See this figure. Here in this figure, the welding is done three side. Are you getting now? See, this 300 mm, this 300 mm, and this 250 mm means here three side welding is given. And in problem statement now, if welding is done this, if welding is done all around, it means all the four sides, means this side also. Please see the figure on the screen. See the figure. They have told us if welding is done all around, it means this 300, 300, 250 and one more here 250 means this side, bottom side also. Means this bottom side also for this 250 length. If we weld, then how much length of weld will be there? म्हणजे या चारी बाजूला जर वेल्डिंग केलं तर किती स्ट्रेंथ इन्क्रीज होईल असा क्वेश्चन आहे. सिंपल आहे. व्हॉट इज द इन्क्रीज इन स्ट्रेंथ ऑफ द जॉइंट? सिंपल हिअर रिटर्न. इथे बघा लिहिलंय काय, व्हॉट इज द इन्क्रीज इन स्ट्रेंथ ऑफ द जॉइंट इफ वेल्डिंग इज डन ऑल अराउंड. म्हणजे चारीच्या चारी बाजूला जर वेल्डिंग केलं, या साईडला पण म्हणजे ह्याच्या खालच्या बाजूला, या प्लेटच्या खालच्या बाजूला वेल्डिंग केलं, आता या तीनच बाजूला केले, या बाजूला जर वेल्डिंग केलं तर या चारी बाजूचे वेल्डिंग केलं तर आपल्याला ह्या स्ट्रेंथ मध्ये किती स्ट्रेंथ इन्क्रीज होईल? आता जी 782 आली त्याच्यापेक्षा. समजलं का मी काय सांगितलं आता तुम्हाला? जर चारीच्या चारी बाजूला वेल्डिंग केलं तर स्ट्रेंथ कितीने इन्क्रीज होईल? सो वी विल मूव्ह टुवर्ड्स कॅल्क्युलेशन. So here, if we write down if welding is done all around, then what is the increase in strength? Increase in strength that they have asked. If welding is done all around, what is the increase in strength? Then now here again we have to follow the procedure. So here step 1, again same, S is equal to 6 mm. Then step 2, again same, that is T is equal to 0.707 into S